Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the End I What We Said That podcast. JoJo quit, so we hired a new JoJo.
Hey guys, it's JoJo here, JoJo 2.0. Just kidding, it's Bree. Hey.
Hey. Happy to have you.
Thanks for having me, guys. I imagine that this is like how the first female president will feel. I'm the first female guest.
Yes.
You are our first female.
Yeah.
It's a little
Like
upsetting it took us this long.
Mm-hmm.
similar
Quinn's
to
gonna
how
be very
the
mad.
first female president feels. I just have to be funnier, hotter, cooler, smarter, better
Absolutely.
than any of the men that came before me. So
And hey, you
Not hard to do.
You're already
Not
there.
hard, yeah.
you literally already beat them. Can we get a little commotion for the code?
I wore this all the way from my home in Dallas, Texas to right now, from like 8 a.m. in Dallas through that airport, LaGuardia to now. So, yeah.
Simply
I've just
stunning.
been
Yeah.
serving cunt all day.
And
It's
like, might I
exhausting.
just say, no one has served cunt harder.
No.
Like, it's
serving
crazy.
So
Quite
much
literally,
cunt
no
on
one
the
has
plane.
served that much cunt in LaGuardia.
No. Quite literally ever.
Yeah.
You outbeat that fountain that they have.
Yeah. Did you see the fountains?
Hell yeah.
I thought your hair was I thought you dyed your hair pink.
Oh, from the reflection of the
Yeah,
tablecloth.
I was like just really confused. Like when whoever's editing that, I'm literally just like staring at the phone at your hair. But should we explain how Brie came to be?
Of course.
The Brie
Should
origin story?
Your lore.
Absolutely.
Do you want to tell it together, or do you want to like? I'll let you tell it. Take it away.
Well, we
Brie,
can tell. We can
take it
tell
away,
together.
SpongeBob.
But yeah. So
I'm not with it today. I didn't have a second cup of coffee.
Weirdly enough, JoJo's not here because she had a second
Because
cup
she
of
had a
coffee.
second cup of coffee. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
okay. So Nikki and I first started dating. I mean, became friends. In Israel
Yeah.
on our birthright trip.
Yeah. We met on Birthright.
We met on Birthright, and actually, I think our true friendship really bloomed when I first visited you because we were friends on the trip.
Yeah, we were
For
in like
sure.
the same little friend group. Like we slept with each other. I mean, stayed with each other.
I mean,
each
each other out. I mean,
stayed with each other in our hostels like the entire trip. And then we came back like the middle of June, and then you came to visit me like a month later.
yes, in
And-
July.
And that was like,
I
it
don't
was,
even
like,
know how
game
that came
over.
to be. Like, I don't even remember like planning or plotting that trip at all.
Well, I mean, you had a reason to be here, but you also like, you just wanted to like come and hang
no,
out.
I just wanted to come hang. Oh yeah, wait, we were yes, okay.
Yeah. So
There
we
was
just, like,
a yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just to say there was like a reunion party.
Yeah. So like we were just like hanging out.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, like we were friends on the trip. Like I didn't really know like how everything was like all gonna work out.
No, and I also on the trip I felt like was not my full self because
You were struggling.
I was struggling a
You
little
were,
bit.
You were struggling.
Yeah, being gluten-free in a country where you don't speak the language is really difficult, and I had eaten so many like tomatoes and cucumbers the entire trip and like Chomps turkey sticks, and like it was just not okay, and like I was very unwell, but
Yeah.
yeah, despite all that.
You also were like physically sick for half of it with like
Yes.
sore throat, as
Yes.
many of us were.
Yeah, like physically sick, and so I feel like our true friendship didn't blossom until
You came
that
to visit.
trip.
Yeah.
and that like really solidified it.
Yeah.
So
And here we are.
and here we are.
Your second trip to New York.
Second trip to New York. That's also in, I guess, July. I met y'all as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
For our
yes,
Shabbat dinner. We
we
talked
had-
about Shabbat on the pod.
Yes, and we had a Shabbat dinner, and it was so lovely. And like, I obviously met JoJo too, and like, just had the best time. And
We all can't shut up about you.
Had to
Dying
come-
to get you back. In
no,
here.
I know, and had
We've
to come back for
literally-
seconds.
We've
And
literally been dying.
yeah, so that's how Nikki and I started dating. I mean, became friends, and
Yeah.
I met everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna
And
be
now-
sleeping in my bed tonight.
And I'm gonna be sleeping in your bed tonight. I'm the first female podcast guest, and I can't fucking
And the
believe
first
it.
female president.
And the first
Yeah.
female president, and like
Yeah.
it's such an honor.
I would have gotten you a plaque if I had known.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And she would have.
I would have figured out some way to get you a plaque.
You can mail it to me.
Yeah.
It'll never be too late.
Yeah.
I'll get you a trophy.
You never forget your first. You know.
And I can never forget you, no matter how hard I would try.
Aw. And that's the Brie lore.
It's the Brie lore.
So now you're like fully gonna move to New York.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no other
Really?
option. Like there's just no other option.
No. It's also weird because like I think about it and seeing you guys in July, I feel like I was just here. Like I feel like I literally saw you guys like last week.
Yeah, that's insane that it's been months.
6-7 months.
I feel like it's been like 2 weeks ago, but I've lived like 8 lifetimes since you were here last.
Wait, also I forgot a huge part of the story. The first time meeting you guys, like before I even physically met you, I was so taken aback because we were having Shabbat dinner and you guys were like working your asses off in the kitchen.
Oh my god, we were.
No, like
all
You came in with oil spilled all over you and you're like,
my
I have
God.
to go to the bathroom.
No, like all of you. And like I hadn't even met you yet. And you guys were like slaving away in the kitchen to make gluten-free stuff. You were like, oh, we have gluten-free food, and
we were
made
running
you
that by the name, like the name.
We
Yeah.
were.
And they came in and they're like, this is for you. This is
was
what you
making
can
sure-
have. The only
We're not gonna
gluten-free
let you
person.
starve.
No,
we're not
I was
gonna let you starve.
mind you, the only gluten-free person out of like 13, 14 people. And I had more food than anybody made available to me.
You deserve
And I was
it.
just like, oh my gosh, these people are so fucking great. Like, holy shit.
You
so,
deserve it.
Yeah.
We
That was
love
when I was
you.
like, oh, I love these people.
That was before I even like met you and loved you.
No.
And
Yeah.
now I've met you and I love you.
Could you imagine
So-
if you did all that work and then you
Imagine
were like,
now what I
this
do.
bitch sucks.
This bitch sucks. Like,
This
why the
bitch
fuck did I even
sucks.
make this?
Put
Yeah.
extra gluten in it.
You're like,
next
God, I
time.
want to throw it in her face now.
Oh, that's so funny.
But no, it all worked out.
Did we go to
Here I
the?
am.
We went to the White Horse after.
We
did go
we
to
took
the
Brie
White
to the White Horse.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. So now you're back for round 2 in the winter. How are you feeling about the New York winter being from Dallas?
It's
Well,
a
you're
little
in the
brutal.
comfiest coat.
I'm
imaginable.
I'm like either freezing my ass off or sweating. Like there's no in between. I do think
True
I
New
prefer-
Yorker.
Yeah, I think
Taylor walking here going, I'm dripping sweat.
yeah.
In my toes are numb.
Yeah, no. I think I like New York summers better, but the winters. I mean, I just got here.
Yeah.
There's still time.
When we were walking here, I asked her, I was like, is there anything about the cold that kind of like invigorates you? Like, does it make you feel alive? Like, you know, because sometimes like you're inside all day and then you go out and you're like, and she's like, nope.
Yeah,
No,
didn't hesitate. I was like,
none of it.
warm
Or
weather,
when
girl.
It's cold and it's not going to snow, but it smells like snow.
It smells like
Oh.
snow.
It's supposed to snow on like a storm on Sunday.
It's supposed to rain.
It got changed.
turned
Yeah.
around.
I know.
I was freaking out. I was like, not in a bad way. I mean, being stranded here wouldn't be the worst thing
Oh my
ever.
God,
But
I'm
I was
Oh my
like,
God.
stranded in New York.
I literally
with my
was like, I'm never
girlfriend.
going
I mean,
back.
best friend.
I mean, girlfriend.
I mean, girlfriend. I mean, best friend.
wife. Yeah.
I mean,
no.
oh.
Yeah. Nikki has a Jewish husband and a Jewish wife, and we're both here.
Literally,
now,
like,
so-
I got the
Living the
best of,
dream.
I got
Yeah.
the best of both worlds
Yeah.
from Israel.
Yeah.
Wow.
and we're all gonna be together in the same room now. So
It's going to be an awesome weekend.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So excited.
So we've got some really interesting topics and some from Brie, which I'm really excited to talk about. But before we get into any of that, I need to get something off my chest. Since last week when it got brought up, I cannot be physically restrained from listening to Maria by Justin Bieber.
Which brings you into Mensch of the Week because you said Justin Bieber's Mensch of the Week for making that song.
What's the
Do we
Mensch
wanna
of the
do our
Week
song?
Da,
Da,
da, da, da, da, da, da,
da, da,
Mensch of the Week. Mensch of the Week.
Mensch
Mensch of the Week.
Yeah. I'm voting Justin Bieber Mensch of the Week for making the song Maria because it's so good. And it's also like,
Then wouldn't Maria be Mensch of the Week for faking the pregnancy?
Ooh.
but I was
Plot
also gonna, I mean,
twist.
yes, but I was also going to say that it was so Mensch of him to make a song about someone who like wanted
his
to
life.
do him so dirty. And he still did it anyway and gave her attention. And I think that's a very Mensch thing to do.
You know what? She kind of came out on top for that.
She did.
Yeah.
You know, she got to meet him in some capacity.
She
she was a
trusted in her
songwriter?
Delulu, and
Yeah.
she won.
That would keep me going if I was Maria.
Yeah. And
Mariah.
hey, she's living my dream. She's literally living my dream. And like, if I'm like listening to the song As Hard As I Am and I'm Nikki, what would it be like if I was Maria?
Why you gotta do me like that?
My baby.
That ain't my girl.
Yeah, but I just really needed to talk about that because you ignited something in me last week, Taylor, and now I can't stop. So
This is going to be drop them out all over again.
drop 'em out,
Pick
them up, smack 'em around, boobs.
Bree's like, what the fuck? And where'd you bring me?
Yo,
Nikki.
yeah, woo!
We'll have to show you drop them out.
Yeah,
Is it on the playlist for tomorrow?
it is.
Oh.
It is. Yeah.
Wait,
any
there's
of-
a playlist for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it the Bachelorette pad playlist or?
Yes, it's the Bachelorette Pad playlist. So, JoJo and I will be having our official housewarming tomorrow. That is why Bree is here. I mean, not that you wouldn't come just like hang out, but like you
No,
know,
but this is like the main
Like we rolled
event.
out the red carpet for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so next week we'll have like fun update because the theme is black tie or American pie.
Also, it's on the date of the insurrection, which I think is also just funny.
Uh-huh.
The anniversary of the insurrection.
January 6th. Yeah.
Mm.
So people
Fitting.
yes.
I think that's just funny. It adds to the lore of the night.
It's so funny. It's so funny and
I'm
I feel
gonna
like
storm your apartment.
I feel like someone's going to come dressed as like that guy with the horns.
The Viking helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people are coming in either like black tie, fancy dress, or like trashy American pie, like funny shirts and stuff,
Or both.
or both. And I think it's gonna be really
I
funny.
should have dressed up as that Meemaw. You know, the one in the purple sweater.
Oh,
where
with the
she's just
pink
sitting there with the flag.
Oh yeah,
No, but then they found out she wasn't even there on the insurrection. That was just a photo of her from that summer when she visited Washington, D.C.
of that Meemaw.
It should have been her.
You should.
I'll put her in things of the
Hey,
week.
not too late. Yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
she couldn't be older.
Oh my god. Yeah, I really hope someone does dress as someone from the insurrection.
That would be so funny.
I thought about this too late.
We did.
Literally, it's 8:44 the night before
The night before
party. Like,
it's we're less than 24 hours out.
couldn't have had this idea any later.
Yeah.
This is like when you have a science project and you're like, Mom, I have a science project due tomorrow. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? Now I need to go to Staples and get you a fucking oak tag.
I'm literally gonna shoot you in the head. Like, why do I have to go to get poster board in my slippers?
See, like that's why I'm never having kids. Because I did that shit to my mom all the time. And you know what? My mom was an art hoe, so she pulled it together every single time.
We never actually had to do that due to the fact that my mom always had just spare craft supplies around the house.
Well, your mom was also a teacher. Couldn't she like get you out of something if you really wanted to?
No, one time in the 4th grade, I told my teacher that my mom was a teacher. And
And
I didn't
my
know
mom's
what
a
my mom
teacher.
taught at that point. But I told my 4th grade teacher it was math. And she said, then why aren't you better at math?
That's a read.
Oh my god!
She read you.
I was in the
when you
4th
were
grade.
like 9 or 8.
I was younger for the grade. I could have been 7.
Oh my god!
I was in the 4th grade. She's like, oh, then why aren't you better at math if your mom's a math teacher? I went,
God. You were
I
kind of
would've
right
told
about
my
that.
mom, and my mom would have stomped up and been like, you
I don't
bitch.
even know if I told my mom. I think I only told her recently because I was like, can you believe that she said that to me? I never forgot it.
That's crazy.
I was thinking of when I was having like my late night thoughts. When I was younger, like middle school, I remember we were all like, it was when like girls and boys first like hung out in a basement, and a mom came down and she's like, who the fuck reeks? And I was like, and I've never forgot it.
Oh my god, that's my family when Jack's one specific friend is over.
Yeah, but do you announce it to the entire group?
Yes, my dad went downstairs and said, why does it smell so bad down here? And his friend went, that's me.
Oh my god, I remember that. It was him. I remember that.
And then they were all like, yeah, blah, 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 just doesn't shower. And he was like, yeah, I don't shower. Yeah, it's him. I'm not trying to air him out on the internet. Not that anyone's listening, but.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Parents are, I mean, well, not parents,
been my
but
dad.
adults. Wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, but also that's like different.
I mean, they were also like 18 at the time.
Yeah.
They weren't like children.
like insane things to say to children.
See, I saw a thing on TikTok that
Sit up straight.
obviously we know this, but like the divorce rate's never been higher and less women are having children. Okay. And a lot of people on TikTok obviously were attributing this to like people on social media sharing like the realities of like motherhood and marriage. And it's like turning everybody off.
Yeah, like when Taylor shows
From,
me
like,
TikToks of the
doing
baby
it.
screaming.
Yeah.
I love that baby. He's so scary.
Or like mom sharing like day in my life, and I'm like,
Mhm.
if that was one day in my life,
Mhm.
like I couldn't do it, let alone like
Day in my
every
life
day.
as a stay-at-home mom of like 16 kids,
Yeah.
and their entire world revolves around making them food and taking them places, and
Like I do it for 3 hours a day, and at the end I'm like, I need a cigarette and a drink immediately.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that all the time.
yeah.
Well, there's a girl on TikTok and she has like a list of things on why she doesn't want to be a mom.
Oh yeah, I've
Yes,
seen that.
she
Oh,
adds
God, I
it.
love that list.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Keeps me going some days.
It does.
The one that like mind boggles me is a baby bit off the mom's nipple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Wait, do you guys have any friends that have kids? Do you know people like our age, like from college, high school?
Yeah,
I
my
know people
childhood
from, like,
best friend.
High school.
Yeah, high school.
High
I
school.
don't think anyone that I know from college, at least yet.
There was that
Okay.
one
My-
girl who was going to be our roommate.
Oh yeah, she does have a baby.
My childhood best friend has a baby and is pregnant with her second one, and both of them were like willingly, which
Okay.
is crazy.
There's a girl from my sorority in Auburn, and she has 2 kids willingly. And she does nothing but talk shit on Facebook about how much she hates it. And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
and she talked shit about the first one. And she was like,
What
not
did
even,
she say?
not even like talking shit, but she was just like
Like complaining.
complaining nonstop, and then had a second one. And I was like, did you learn nothing?
What's the correlation here?
Did you learn
Mhm.
literally
It's
nothing
like those
at all?
women should not be mothers.
Like,
Mhm.
I
Because
just
there's like so many people out there who like can't have kids.
they
and,
do
like,
it for a prop.
yeah,
Mhm.
They
and
do it for a prop.
Literally, they want kids so bad and they can't have one, and then there's people who can have kids and shouldn't.
I think
And I've
you
always
should.
said that.
You know how
Mhm.
there's like the egg test? Like I think you should have to like I think we should bring that back. Like for motherhood, like you know how like you had to take home an egg and like with a science partner
I had a flower baby in
and you had
my
to share
senior
it.
year.
I think we
I
should
had a robot baby.
Yeah, I
right?
had a robot baby.
I think we need to bring that back.
I
You
had-
should have to do that for like a year.
Like you have to go into a hospital and be like, I'm kind of interested in having kids, and they'd be like, okay, here's
Yeah.
your robot baby.
Here it
It's
is.
gonna cry every night, and you have to feed it.
Yep.
No, it like the weekend. It was the one of the worst weekends ever, and I almost failed, but I didn't because the baby like for when you work, like they turn the baby off,
Mhm.
and my baby like it was the clocks went back or something. Like the clocks got changed up, so my hours got messed up. So it turned
Mhm.
on while I was at work, and so my mom broke its neck on accident.
Bad grandma.
That's what I
Wow.
said, and she went, I've raised 2 kids. How would I break its neck? It literally like if you don't like you have to like hold it like
Oh my
like
God.
rise it up. Like it was the most annoying thing.
I did go to Catholic school, so we did have sacks of flour,
Mm.
but yeah, I punctured it immediately. I would say within the first 5 minutes of having it, I dropped it the wrong way and shit went everywhere. So, and I didn't give a fuck. So, what's that say about me?
You have no reaction.
So what's that say about me? You know? Anyways, should we get to one of the topics? Did we finish a thought?
I don't think
where did
so.
that? What did we
That
start?
started out with mention of the week.
Ah, okay. I would love to talk about Gypsy Rose.
The D is fire.
Okay, so crazy revelation. I just found
I can
out
pull up the
that
tweet.
these two met in prison, and
Yeah?
also Brie doesn't know anything about her.
I'm a
So-
Gypsy Rose virgin.
If
my
you
God.
would love to give a little
Like,
background, Taylor,
I would love. Okay, so Gypsy Rose, her
Mhm.
real name, not fake.
Yes.
Her mother birthed her and went Ma Gypsy.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Louisiana.
My gypsy.
My Gypsy.
So the mom was like a really bad lady.
Okay.
Like she was in prison. She had Gypsy taken away from her. The dad divorced. Sorry.
we
Okay.
got it.
Basically,
like a little bit.
The mom had Munchausen's and was pretending that Gypsy had like cancer. She had diabetes. She was
Was she like
allergic to
poisoning
sugar.
her or like
Yes.
just okay.
Yeah.
And
I
she
think
was
she
in.
had all of her teeth removed.
She had all of her
Yes.
teeth removed. She had a feeding tube put in.
She was like
in a
cahoots
wheelchair.
with a doctor.
No, she wasn't in cahoots. She would tell the doctor, and the doctor would be like, "Well, you're her mother,"
Oh, I thought
And
that
if
she
the doctor
was.
ever started to question, then they
She
just go to a
moved.
new doctor.
or they'd move states.
Oh,
Like Gypsy was a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah, they got a house.
I did know
What
that.
was her reason? What was the mom's reasoning? Like, was she just?
The mom
She's
was
just
just sick.
Like
And
with Munchausen. You ever hear Munchausen's by proxy?
It's like a mental
kinda
illness.
know.
Like the
Okay.
mother just like needed to take care of her.
yeah.
Okay.
So she needed her to be sick.
And
she
they
was
need
like, oh, sorry.
No, they just need the child to be dependent on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And like she couldn't, Gypsy couldn't do anything by herself.
She told her she couldn't walk. She had a
Yeah.
wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
she fully could walk. She told her that she had the mind of a 6-year-old when she was like 18.
Okay.
Also, I think when she was 18, she kept telling everyone she was like 15.
Yeah.
Like she kept aging her down as well.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And like forging like birth certificates and stuff to like.
How did
keep
this
her in
come
children's
out? How did she
hospitals.
become so famous?
Okay, so
Jumping
she
the
met
gun.
this guy Nick on the internet on
I think
like
it was like Christian Mingle.
like some weird dating thing. And so the guy came and she was like, she planned out a whole day. She's like, me and my mom are going to go see Cinderella at this movie theater. Come meet us. He was in a different state. He took
You know that they plan to go see Cinderella?
yes.
This.
How do you not?
Oh my god.
So he took the bus, went to the movie theater. He went up behind her and he was like talking, and the mom was like, this freak, like, get away from my daughter. And then they went into the movies. The mom and Gypsy sat down. He sits right next to her. And the mom was like, why is this freak at a child's movie by himself? And so then she was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And then so she left and she was like, excuse me. And then
Mom?
No, Gypsy.
Oh, okay.
And then he went to, and he was like, dumped all the popcorn out, and he's like, I'm gonna go get a refill. They went into the men's bathroom, fucked in the handicap stall.
How Gypsy Rose even know how to do that?
I don't know.
Holy
She
shit.
lost her virginity at the Cinderella movie on the movie theater bathroom floor.
Oh my god.
They cleaned themselves up.
Okay,
They
you
went
have
back to
to-
the movie. Okay, so then
they fucked at the movies.
Yeah.
they fucked at the movies. They fell in love. And she was like, well, my mom is never going to let me be with you because she blah, 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 whatever. So Gypsy came up with this plan that he was going to stab kill, I don't know what we can say. Off the mother. And they were going to go on their happy way. So he came, stabbed the mother, and then they went on their merry way. And a few states away, then he put on her Facebook, like, oh,
No, Gypsy posted on the Facebook.
like, oh, the bitch is dead, like something, blah, 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 whatever. And that's how they found out, because then one of her friends called
Like a wellness check.
wellness check.
Because they were like, oh my gosh, if she's dead, who's going to take care of poor little Gypsy?
Oh my god.
And then the first time that anyone in her life found out that she wasn't sick was when she walked into the courtroom. And so she's been in jail for like
Her
20
boyfriend got
years.
for life because he did the actual act of like offing Dee Dee. And then she got, what, like 10 years? For being like an accessory?
Yeah, like she got like it had to have been more.
Well, the Cinderella movie came out in like 2012.
Oh, that's
I think
so
she
true.
went away in like 2014.
Holy shit. We are 12 years away from 2012.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
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 Whoa.
Yeah.
That was a big
Oof.
brain.
That's
sentence.
crazy.
Yeah.
So,
She's out now.
now present day.
Oh, she's out.
she
got
got out
out,
of jail
like-
like a week ago.
Yeah. She just got released.
Wait, so like, oh my gosh, I
She's
have
on a
so many
press tour
questions,
right
but
now.
I'll skip it.
She was on Good Morning America this morning. She was on The View.
What?
Yeah.
so
but
get into her current boyfriend because
husband.
Wait, so
husband.
different guy, different jail guy.
Yeah. So her and Nick broke up. She realized, he is probably mentally ill.
Also, he went to jail for life.
Yeah. So she was in jail.
Scratch that off the
She's
list.
reflected. She came out saying, like, my mom doesn't deserve to be dead, but I didn't deserve what happened to me. So she's reflecting. She found herself in jail. And then her now husband was watching a documentary with his
Tiger King.
Tiger King with his roommate, and his roommate was like, I'm gonna write the Tiger King guy a letter, and he was like, well, if you write, I'm gonna write Gypsy Rose a letter. And then he wrote a letter, and then they started to become pen pals, and then they fell in love, and now they're married.
Taylor, this could happen to you.
Taylor,
No.
this is literally your future.
You're falling in love a little bit more with your pen pals every day.
Look at the smile on her face. She's like dying for it to happen to her.
Not with any current ones.
Don't be mean to our current pen pals? You have like 5 on your roster. One of them is your husband, so
Yeah.
you better watch out.
Yeah. Well, I'm also dating Bree, so
Yeah,
you know.
Aw, you guys can be like a weird little like 4-way.
I'm down.
5-way.
Aw.
Who's the 5th?
So she came out of jail. The husband picked her up. Blah blah blah. They're on their press tour now, and the husband's getting a lot of hate, like people saying that he's ugly, that he's overweight, that XYZ, and he was getting really upset about it. And Gypsy Rose commented,
Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me. We don't owe anyone anything. Our family's what matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever. Because they jealous. Because you are rocking my world every night. Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Fire emoji. Happy wife, happy life.
And then do we have his response?
Hold on, I have to get that on Twitter.
Okay.
I just
Did
had
he
that
responded?
screenshotted.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know about that one.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh my
today
God.
she
I think we DM'd
posted.
it with each other. I have to go through our DMs.
I mean,
Just
today she
1
posted a pregnancy test and she went, not yet.
minute. Was it on TikTok?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because there's fake accounts of her going around.
Oh.
Oh.
Unless it's her verified Instagram, don't trust it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, that'd be
I don't know.
crazy.
I don't know where I saw it because I feel like I wasn't on my phone today. But I did see that, I think.
Whoa.
And she was like, not yet. And it was like clearly one line.
Who said I give a damn about what these jealous people say anyway? Haha. Now come get it, baby.
Oh!
Also,
In that photo.
This is him.
That photo. Yeah.
this is the comment
come and
section
get it,
was all
baby.
under this photo. It will be in things of the week.
You know
So-
what? Go
Oh
off,
my
Ryan.
God.
So, like, every time that I, like, send this to you, like, just know that you need to come and get it.
Come get it, baby.
Come get-
Yeah.
CUM.
Yes.
CUM, get it, baby.
Yeah.
He didn't say CUM. He said COME. But
Yeah. But isn't that crazy? She said the D is fire.
That's
Flame
an insane
emoji.
thing to say.
Honestly.
And to let everybody know that your man has like
A
that's-
D that's fire.
fire
That's
D.
fire.
A fire D.
Like, wouldn't you want to gatekeep that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to gate?
oh my God, in an interview this morning that they had on like Good Morning America or something, Gypsy Rose came out and said like over 300 men had wrote her letters in jail.
from, like, every country,
But like
everywhere.
he was the
Like,
one that got her attention, whatever. And then the anchor was like, "Oh, so Gypsy, you had all these guys after you." And it was like an interview with the two of them. She goes to Ryan and she's like, "Oh, so do you have girls coming after you now with all this newfound attention?" And he was like, and she was like about to kill somebody.
Like,
You hate to say it, but she killed for that
She
guy.
was about to kill someone for him.
God.
She was like,
no, she reflected.
she was getting a little jealous. Like,
Yeah.
I think if another woman tried to steal Ryan from her, I think
Yeah.
she might be.
It's crazy.
She
to
said,
think
habits
about
might
that.
die.
She said, "I'll go back to jail tomorrow."
Yeah.
I'll go back to jail
Watch
for that.
this.
For this man.
She
For
said,
this
"Ho-
D.
Hold my
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
Was that the I can't think of his name, but he's a comedian, and his dad was like, "I'd rather be in jail with my friends than deal with your mother."
Oh my God, I know exactly. Chris DeStefano.
No, yes,
Chris
yes,
DeStefano.
Tupperware.
Yes. Wow.
I mean, like,
So, like, tell me that woman would not kill for her
that's
man.
literally going to be Taylor's enemies to lovers story. This is a jail pen pal.
Lovers.
Yeah.
Strangers to lovers to enemies.
Okay, so my future partner ... started on Birthright in Israel because you're having just like all these deep combos, and you know, I don't know, it started with that, and ever since then it's kind of been like the same vibe as like, girl, stand up, like what are you doing, like no more taking bare minimum. And so my future partner ... is someone who, and then kind of fill in the blank, and it's all just about like really intentional dating, like making sure that you are compatible with somebody, and like honestly manifesting somebody into your life, but also like pulse checking the interactions that you're having with someone. And I have found it to be such a good tool for like everybody that I know, and like for any interactions. And like, you know, if you think you're falling like too hard for somebody, or you're like second guessing or questioning like how somebody is treating you or like behaving towards you, you literally just go like, my future partner is somebody who gives a shit about what I have to say or like whatever it needs to be. And like it's really helped with a lot. Like we've had friends reach out, like, or I've had friends reach out and be like, oh my gosh, this guy's doing this, this, and this, and like I really, really, really want it to work, and like I just don't know. And I'm like, is your future partner somebody that like, for birthright at least, it was like, you know, cares a lot about your Judaism and like make sure that, you know, that's important to you and like respects that that's important to you and like things like that. So that's like really where it started, but it can be like way more simple than that or easy than that, and just be like, you know, kind of pulse check like what's going on.
I like
so
that.
yeah. So that's the whole my future partner. I'm trying to think of like stories or like situations where
Have you ever
really
done
come
it
up.
with your current partner, or it's something that you internally do?
so yes and yes. I feel like it was
Yes to both.
Yes
to
and
both.
yes.
Like I feel like, okay, so my current partner, I feel like I manifested this shit out of that, honestly. And this will kind of like bleed into a next topic a little bit, but like before I started like dating, I really kind of like took a step back and was just kind of like, what exactly am I looking for? Because I think it's so important to like date intentionally, and I think it's really like easy to go out and be like, I want to have fun and like definitely have fun, but like if at any point you feel like you're being disrespected or like it doesn't feel good or whatever, you should be like, you know, kind of take a pause and like a pulse check. And I can gladly say that like my partner right now definitely like kind of has passed like that test, if you will. It's not really a test, but like, you know, my future partner is someone who like cares a lot about like what I have to say, and like even though they're not Jewish, like still, you know, cares so much about like my Judaism, and like makes sure that like, you know, I feel comfortable like talking about it with them, and like just cares a lot about that. So I don't know, I just think it's like a good temp check, and I always recommend it to literally all of my friends. And if you like go on a date and you're just like not sure, you know, my future partner is someone. Now with that being said, also not sure if y'all have seen Jewish matchmaking,
Of course.
but date them till you hate them. I think that is so important. Like I feel like it's so easy nowadays because we have such a big dating pool to just like, you know, date people or like go on one date and be like, like sparks didn't fly, whatever. But like truly like date them till you hate them.
Yeah.
Like I think that's also equally good. So all that to say, you know, don't lower your standards, but give people chances. And
I like that.
yeah.
Are you an older sister?
I am an older sister.
I was gonna say you are like older sister energy.
No, and that's the other thing too with like my future partner is somebody, because it's like, girl, stand up. Like
Get
you have an
up.
example
Your
to
tiara is
set.
falling.
Yeah.
You have an example to set for people. Anyways, ask yourself, you know, is your future partner doing
You know, I
blank,
like
blank,
that.
blank, all the important things?
Because
And it-
sometimes I'll be out with like my friends and their boyfriends, and the boyfriend will do something, and I'll either be like, ooh, like that's something like I want my future partner
Add
to
it
have,
to the list.
or
Yes.
he'll do something else, and I'll be like, my future partner doesn't do that kind of
Yeah.
thing, you know?
yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
think that's also good to just constantly like, be in your head, like when you see something you like make a mental note of it, and when you see
Yes.
something you don't like, also make sure to make a mental note of it, so this
All
way
your
you know
friends
what you're
listening,
looking for.
being like, who's
Which boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, but that's so true. Like you watch the people around you. It's also hard too if you've had friends that like, well, obviously like you respect your friends, but like if you have a friend that you respect and love so much, and like to watch them get disrespected by a partner is like, I think one of the hardest things. And then for them to not have enough respect or like not have the power or like the strength or like whatever it is, like
stand the fuck up.
yeah,
Stand
to
the
like
fuck
stand the fuck up and be like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be disrespected. And like
yeah.
I think that's kind of like, yeah, going back to like the my future partner thing is like, just stand the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stand
Exactly.
up. Don't take less.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that the my future partner thing is extremely helpful when you're like first starting to see someone, and you know, like you're kind of maybe still a little bit in the honeymoon phase, and like maybe some of the things are blurry and you can't see through everything yet, but it's like if you can narrow down like a couple qualities of like my future partner will blank or this, and this person that you just started seeing them has them right away, like green flag, girl, like you're good to go.
yeah.
You know, if you can if you're self-aware to like narrow down all those things that are important to you like right away, I think it's like so valuable.
And I don't think it's done enough, and I think that's how people get into relationships, and then it's like a year down the line, it's like these big things come up that people disagree on, and it's like, how did you guys not talk about this? Like, how is this just now coming up? Or like, why are you guys breaking up over this when this is something that should have been talked about
month one,
like the first, you know, maybe even the first date of like. And I think that's like the thing is that the older we get, the more you just kind of are like, you know, is my future partner someone who does blank, blank, blank? And like, like you said, it's definitely something to do more on like the front end when you're like deciding like who is going to be a match for you and like who's going to be compatible for you. And I think bottom line, it's just a way to make sure that like you are being respected and that like what you want and your boundaries are being respected. And if you do that work like up front, it makes the relationship stronger and makes things like so much smoother riding, like smooth sailing down the line rather than having those, like I said, like a year in where you're like, oh my God, how are we just now figuring out that we like disagree on this? So
or like those couples that are together for 10 years and then they're like, one of them's like, I really want to get married, and the other one's like, I don't know if marriage is for me. Why are you talking about that 10 years into your relationship?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like when a couple's engaged and they're like, I don't know if I want kids, and the other one's like, well, I really want kids. Like, how are you talking about this now that you are engaged to be wed?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That should have been like month 5.
And I think when you first start seeing someone too, it's like, it's so exciting, and it's like, oh my gosh, this person like has a crush on me, or like I might like this person. And so it's really easy when there's not a lot on the line to like make concessions about things, but then you keep, if you like that,
don't want to scare them off.
And you want to be like, you know, most people like to think that they're open-minded and like want to consider, you know, all types of people or all types of, you know, like backgrounds or all types of like opinions and whatever, and like all those things are great and fine, but like at the end of the day, as easy and go with the flow as you are, everybody has their non-negotiables. And like I think that before you start dating, like you have to figure out like what those things are, and part of that is dating, but that's why I think it has to be something where it's like a month in, like, okay, what are things that are just like non-negotiable for me?
Making sure you're like loosely on the same page, because like certain things can change as time when you're dating, but like if you're completely in different chapters of the book, it's not gonna ever work out.
And like especially as like 4 people who are dating to marry, like we're not just fucking around anymore, like in our mid-20s, we don't have time to waste, you know. And like especially if you're, you know, wasting time on a person who doesn't know what they want, like if you have such a clear idea of what you want and what you're looking for, but you can't get that same energy from the other person, and it's like, okay, like what are we doing here? What am I fighting for? You know?
Well, I was gonna say, I think that this exercise is good for, at least for me, because I'm working through now doing like manifestation versus like feeding into the delusions, where I like create this narrative in my head and then no one ever lives up to it, and that's where my disappointment comes from.
Your insane love story.
Your insane love story.
So I feel like that's a good
a hair on your mic.
Oh, thank you. Where this is a good exercise where I'm like, okay, it's like more manifestation, where I'm like, oh, what's the manifestation and what's the story and the narrative I'm creating in my head?
Exactly, because like when you're saying my future partner, you're not putting a face, you're not putting a name to it. It's literally like this imaginary person will be doing this, and like you're so right. It's like not being delusional about anything. I mean, unless it's a delusional manifestation, but like, you know, it's not, because it's not saying like, oh my God, like this person is my future partner, so this person is gonna do this. It's literally saying like the person that the universe has for me will be like this, and you're just like speaking it out there. I love it. Can't get enough of it.
I'm gonna use that every night.
And I think the other thing too is to check in, like if your partner or your person that you're talking to or like dating or whatever isn't thinking about these things, I think that also like says a lot too, of like, you know, are you also looking to me and thinking like, if it's like, well, I don't know what I want, it's kind of like, well, maybe you should be doing that work. And especially like, I'll just speak
not
for
wasting my time,
like not to be like women and men, blah, 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 but like I do think that like women put so much work and like effort, like you're literally doing like an entire workbook to like manifest a partner. And like if a man isn't even thinking about what he likes or dislikes about like his future partner, it's like you don't want to waste time on that.
Exactly.
And
I
that's-
literally wrote that in my thing. I
No.
was like, why am I wasting so much time, like having resentment or whatever? He's not wasting any time thinking
He's not
about
losing
this.
an ounce of sleep over me.
Yeah.
That was the
Literally.
exact sentence I wrote.
Yeah.
And I used to
That's
get
crazy.
so angry about that too, because I was like, I care so much, or like I have so much, and like nobody matches or whatever. And it's like you reach a point where you stop resenting and you start just like almost turning all that energy inward.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where like I truly think the like manifesting happens, like honestly.
Mhm.
But yeah, the point of that is like you're putting in so much effort to like find your person, and if they're just kind of like literally helicoptering their dick, like
Mm-hmm.
then
What are we doing?
What are we
here?
What are we
doing
doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're not putting in the work. And
Yeah.
there's men
Your
out there
head
that will
queen, your
put in the
tiara is
work.
falling.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Speaking of a man who puts in the work.
yeah.
Roll the song.
Sucking dick and cock.
You did it at my birthday.
But anyway,
Time and
speaking of
place.
sucking dick and cock,
We already rolled the song.
Ooh, Jeremy Allen White.
I literally saw the video and I was like drooling at my desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Communal table, but
Yeah.
Because I work in
yeah.
the fashion district, so like PVH's headquarters is right around where my job is.
Mhm.
So they have a bunch of ads that run, and I saw the ad that morning, and I was like, "Oh, this is new, Jeremy Allen White, sexy."
Mhm.
And then it blew up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh my god, this is new."
I
Like,
didn't see
this is
anything
a
until
moment.
I didn't see anything until you guys started sending me stuff.
I like literally had to physically like pick my jaw off the
Same.
floor.
My jaw
Same.
also, yeah.
Jaw on the floor.
Yeah.
Like I saw this one tweet that was like it was like, damn, if my husband got divorced and focused all of his energy on being sexy, I'd be so pissed off. You probably sent it to me.
Do you know he lives in Brooklyn?
Of course he lives in Brooklyn. Look at him.
I know where
He looks like that.
He lives next to
Maybe don't dox him.
no, I don't like know exactly, but I know
Y'all
the
want to go
area.
hang out the area that he lives in just to see?
PR.
Let's get coffee there tomorrow.
No,
Yeah.
but the guy who left, it was his neighbor.
Like I can't get over it.
How
Like,
tall is he?
He's short
He's
king.
short. He's
5'7".
5'7".
I love a short king.
Oh, and
Hey,
we
this
love
is the
short
Short
kings
Kings
on
No,
this
no,
podcast.
short kings
No, we love them.
represent like
We had a whole short king spring.
no, like
We had a Short King episode.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
We
Wishing
love
Short Kings happy Short King spring.
Yeah, we love a short king, and like I love Jeremy Allen White.
Also, I know y'all talked about Saltburn, but short kings are the freakiest. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it.
Gary Keogh's a
Very
little Short King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't. Saltburn is no. Okay. Anyways, so yeah,
I loved
you know, the working woman's Timothy Chalamet, Jeremy Allen White. Did you guys watch The Bear?
No.
I watched
seen
like one
clips,
season.
but I
saw a compilation today. It was
Megan,
two
you
one. I know I would love it.
You love it.
But
but
it's every
I
time he
watched
just, like,
Shameless.
It's
It's
just
so
every time
good.
you fuck me
I
in the
want to
show.
watch Shameless.
Yes.
You've never watched Shameless?
No.
Oh my god,
I've
his
never
dick-
watched
like, his
Shameless.
dick is out all the time.
his cock and balls,
Yes.
sucking dick and cock.
He did it at my birthday dinner.
I've never seen Shameless.
I've never
I've listened to it. You know
I've
I
never
haven't
seen it either.
Shameless.
And it's on my watch list.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I've never seen Shameless, but I've seen season 1 of The Bear, and I will say, like, I'm fake because I haven't even seen season 2. But you,
They're filming
Megan,
season 3.
you would.
I
love
loved it. Like I loved
I
it.
loved it, and it's a show that I typically wouldn't love. So, am I questioning? Do I love it because I love my short king, Kwame,
Call me.
or do I actually like the show?
Mm.
You know, I don't know,
Interesting.
and that's okay.
Is he from New York?
Has to be.
Do we know?
He looks like that. I feel like he
think
has
it's
to be from
I
Brooklyn.
I feel like he's from New York, but
I want to say Chicago.
or
but I
a
could
little
be wrong.
Midwest boy.
I knew his wife was from New York.
who was he married to again?
Some
No,
nobody.
Rando.
they
nobody.
got divorced, and he's
Yeah.
dating Rosalia. which
Shut the
is
fuck up.
the second part of the panty dropper,
Shut the fuck
is that
up.
he looks like that, and he's also dating Rosalia.
Oh my god.
He was born in Brooklyn.
I knew it.
I don't know where he lived after he was born.
I had a
but
gut feeling. Yeah, he's dating Rosalia, and she looks like that, and he looks like that.
That's illegal.
Yeah, and they're like dating.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Imagine him and Ross
Here's this
Lynch
open
together.
Oh my god, those pictures where his hand is phantom holding a cigarette.
Let me see.
Oh my god.
No, like it's sickening.
Oh my god.
It's sickening.
How'd they meet? Do we know?
I don't know how they met.
He smokes a lot in Shameless. Like he never not has a cigarette.
Nothing sexier.
Can I cop a square? That's his like line. Can I cop a square?
Wow. But yeah, just needed to get that off my chest yet again. But we do have a second panty dropper.
Yes.
We have a Brie panty dropper.
It's my panty dropper, and that is men with status. And let me be very clear. Very specific type of status. Delta, Sky Miles, Platinum member. Like if you're getting into like the Delta Sky Lounge or whatever. Marriott, Hilton, any type of like hotel, Platinum, Gold, Elite, whatever. I don't care if it's for like car rentals. Like literally anything where you're like, I'm getting upgraded for free. That shit is so hot to me. Like I don't care if you're like a Platinum Elite member of like a grocery store. Like I literally think that shit
Just
is
get that
It drops my
Platinum Elite
panties.
status.
it just drops my panties. Like whip out the little card, whip out
Like
the little-
Costco, like Platinum Elite Costco member.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like you board first, like that.
That's like in an I know a guy type of thing. Like
Yeah.
what
Oh,
we
I
were talking about
love
last week.
when someone knows a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Where-
that. Like this is the guy that they
Yeah.
know. The Platinum
It's
Elite.
like
Oh,
the same
yes.
Like this is the next
energy.
level.
Yes.
This is the guy that they know.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. My boyfriend and I, we stayed at a hotel recently for free, and it was a super nice hotel. We got the museum suite in Dallas, literally just because he got upgraded to Platinum Elite status, and it's like exclusive lounge access. I stay in hotels like maybe once a year, and I was like, this is the greatest shit literally ever. He's getting
crazy.
like greeted. Like
Oh my God.
Like
That's
hello,
crazy.
Mr.
Hello,
like
Miss-
that's so
Hello,
like,
Mr. Platinum Elite.
Christian
Panties
Grey.
on the floor, like
in
left
the
them-
lobby, in the hotel lobby.
literally left them in the
naked.
parking lot.
Take
Like
me right here.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why that's the panty dropper. And it just every time he whipped out his little app, and it was like Platinum Elite. I was like,
honestly,
Hell yeah, you are.
as a Platinum Elite, like if your panties did drop, they'd pick them up for you.
they'd pick them up for you, and they'd
They'd
wash
dry
them.
clean 'em.
And
Yeah.
And
you'd
they
wash
would
them.
dry clean them and bring them back on a little hanger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Singular panty.
Yes. With another complimentary glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Mhm. Wouldn't even mention it.
No. That's like literally just
They
another day.
they
in the,
tell you thank you.
Yeah.
yes. It's literally just another day on the job.
It's also like scary though having those types of like moments, like when you're in your like hotel robe eating truffle fries, like looking over the skyline, like having a martini, and you're just it's just never gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
It just can't get better.
Mhm.
Like,
Those are scary moments.
and then you like go back to like your regular house, and you're like, oh my fucking god,
Me at my 2014 One Direction concert. It's never gonna get better.
it's never gonna get
And
better.
hey, it didn't. It didn't.
Was 5 Seconds of Summer the opener?
Of course. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The 5 Sauce cover of that song, ooh, it hit. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, that is see, I love this because normally our panty droppers are like, you know, famous people. I love that. An average Joe can be a panty dropper.
It's literally not about like your job title. Like it has nothing to do with title.
Mhm.
Like nothing like that at all. Don't care where you came from.
Yeah.
Hey, you travel for work, doing God knows what. I don't care.
Mhm.
And you
Get your miles.
Get your miles, and you traveled and you stayed in hotels and took 50 flights this year and
Get your miles.
stayed 50 nights in a Marriott.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well
Yeah.
deserved.
I want to take it to my penthouse and freak it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Ooh, we haven't said that in a while.
Yeah.
We went through a phase. We all did because Bree got me onto it.
Penthouse.
Yeah.
And I freaked it.
Yeah.
Because Bree got me saying it, and then we all started saying it. Oh my god.
Brittany Broski said it. That's how
Yeah.
I got into it. Is that also where
And I took up to my house
house,
and I
freaked it.
And I freaked it.
And I freaked it. And I freaked it. Yeah.
Me with the Jeremy Allen White
I
picture.
need
I
and I'm freaking
and
I
can't wait
need
to-
to
I
need to
freak
freak it
him
with him.
in his penthouse. I need to freak it.
Mm-hmm.
in his Brooklyn townhouse. We need to freak it in his Brooklyn townhouse.
Because the person that I know who is his neighbor says he's always working on his cars. He has like 6 cars.
She had to drop the mic.
She dropped the mic. Yeah, he's always working on it. He has like a crew.
I bet he drives, Nikki.
And he has like,
Her glass hard nipples.
I forget what cars, but he has like old school cars.
Like muscle cars.
Yeah.
You're literally making it worse for her.
I bet he uses like one rag, like only.
Oh my god, he's probably in, like
Maybe.
a tank top that's like dirty.
Yeah.
And he always has a cigarette or he's smoking weed.
I
Or it's, like,
genuinely,
hanging out the corner of his
Yeah.
mouth. He's just like a wrench.
if there was like a fundraiser of Jeremy Allen White, like doing a car wash, we could end poverty in America.
Honestly,
Literally.
Like literally just off of that.
Is anyone from his PR team listening to this? The #1 podcast in America right now? Like, get us on this.
They missed their opportunity with that Calvin Klein ad.
I'm
Oh my god,
verbally
imagine,
trademarking that.
imagine him washing a car, like fixing a car with like the Calvins peeking out with like a wife beater and a cigarette, and then he like to wash it.
Well, you know that scene in Grown Ups 2 where they go to the car wash and then like the cheerleaders are washing one car and then like the old guys are washing the other car?
Mm-hmm.
Would it accidentally become that?
No, Jeremy Allen White.
I know, but like we need one more other person to like help.
No, he's doing it himself.
I'm sure we'd get a line.
Oh, we're in this?
We're sponsoring this event. We need more people to wash cars.
Oh, I was talking about the Calvin Klein should have done this. The
oh.
ad.
Yeah,
Like
that
this
would've
could have
a good
been
ad.
his ad.
I did enjoy
I'm
seeing
trademarking that.
You know how trends like come and go? I think
He will stay forever.
well, he will stay forever, but this is like such a random side note, but I think smoking, like cigarettes, is gonna come back. It's already back in TV shows.
Well, also like we
I
live
think
in New
it's-
York, so it
yeah.
is back.
Okay, well,
It's back here.
It's
for
kind
sure.
of coming back
It's
because
the-
everyone like hates vaping now.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say I
They're
feel
just
like
going
it's
back
gonna,
to old-fashioned cigarettes.
it's gonna come back though in like
Drunk
advertisements,
cigarettes.
like and stuff, like where it's people are gonna be smoking in like a perfume ad. It's gonna be like normal.
Well, I feel like just drunk cigs don't count. I feel like that's everyone I talk to. They're
they
like,
don't
drunk
count.
cigs don't
They
count.
literally don't count.
Oh my god, I smelled one when I was walking in. I felt like a cartoon character when they smell a pie. I was like, I haven't had a cigarette in months. I was like, I need a cigarette.
No, like
yeah.
and when I smell one in public, like, I'm like a little mouse looking, like a rat looking for cheese. Like,
My coworker like goes out and has smoke breaks, and they come back and and I'm like,
oh
they're
my
like, "Do you want one?" And I'm like,
god,
no, only when I'm drunk.
oh my god, a smoke break. Wow.
Like I wish, like imagine getting just breaks to go and smoke.
Just like 10 minutes, like 8 times a day.
Yeah. Oh damn, why am I
I
addicted to
wish.
cigarettes?
Right?
Fuck. Oh, that's funny. What are we at?
I think we have some time because we have to cut out
Yeah.
some stuff.
What else?
Is there anything else that's like a quick?
You gonna touch on
TikTok?
second? Oh, your TikTok of the week.
Okay.
Did you watch My Life with the Walter Boys?
No,
She
You wanna
has
save it
absolutely
then?
no idea who it is.
I don't know.
it was on
Maybe-
Netflix today.
Hold
It
on,
was,
I
like-
have a funny TikTok,
No, but it's not mine.
so I can't show it.
I guess you can.
It's just our TikTok of the week.
Oh wait! I have my Stormy Bree,
Okay.
Joe Jonas.
Okay.
While you find that. Breaking news. Last week we talked about Lucky Bluesmith, and this week his first baby mama with Gravity was seen with Joe Jonas getting on his private jet.
That's crazy.
Right?
It's still the whole Sophie Turner Joe Jonas breakup feels a little
Too new.
yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
She's already seeing someone.
Yeah,
so I
she's
guess
already dating someone.
Guys, she's allowed to do whatever she
I know,
wants.
but I guess
And
the
she's
two of them
perfect.
didn't like each other as much as we all thought they did when they broke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't really like each other that much due to the fact that they're both dating someone new already.
Or it's
Yeah.
been over for a really long time.
That too.
I feel like that's how it is with a lot of celebrity breakups, though. It's like it's
a long time
We're
coming.
finding out like a year.
Yeah.
because they
Well, just think, Miss Lawyer, don't you have to be separated for at least a year or 2 years before you can get divorced?
depends on the state, but I think in Georgia you have to be like formally separated for a year, before you can get divorced.
Whoa.
And
So they've been apart for at least a year.
you have to like file for like it's like a formal separation
you
thing.
really? I just thought
I
that
didn't know
you
that.
know, one day I could like walk in and be like, "Get me out of this."
Divorce
No,
papers.
it's so
Unless it's like
messy.
in extenuating circumstance, like they're beating you.
Wow.
But if you're just like, yeah, we don't get along, like
So if I wanted to get divorced, I'd first have to like file like for
A separation.
You
Yeah.
in a lot of I think in a lot of states it's like you have to show and you have to be like we're like you have to like do some whole like affidavit like we're staying
Like
in separate
his
bedrooms
here's
like
his bill for his
we're,
apartment.
like-
Here's my bill for my apartment.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how it works like because I think you can still live together but like you have to be like hey we're officially like separated and like sign
That's
paper and then it's like it gets like
crazy.
marked
and then after I think
had no
it's
idea.
at least a year, but I in New York it may be 2 years.
but think about
But
how
I'm
much
not
you,
sure.
at what point you have to reach to be like we're gonna formally like
Separate.
separate like
Yeah.
you have to it has to have been a while and then another year and then
That's
divorce.
crazy.
Oh my
So,
God, that seems like so much work.
Which
I
imagine if
know.
you like met somebody, got married, like whatever, within like a year, and then you have to wait.
Oh my God.
Like you break up, you divorce, whatever, like, and then you have to wait.
Oh my God, I'd stay
Wow.
with them out of laziness.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I
Yeah.
no.
yeah, like
Two of my
splitting
cousins got
everything.
separated after 3 months of being married.
Wow.
That was but yeah, you did all of that for 3 months of marriage. Like now you have to
Didn't
do
they get remarried?
one of
Or
them
is that a
did.
different cousin?
It happened to siblings, but yeah. Same cousin.
This couple wasn't married, but I've recently been reflecting a lot on Role Model and Emma Chamberlain. I really miss them.
Same.
New album soon, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be like every question is going to be answered with that album.
You're so right about that. And you are so right.
Yes, you made TikTok. It's funny.
They could have snapped that dog's neck.
Uh-huh.
Like I just don't get why they were stupid.
I was watching it at my desk and kind of laughing out loud.
Yeah. Oh,
my
dying to
God.
take
The
a
dog
video
is
like
just
that.
like running in the water too. It's like so excited to go swim.
Aw.
Oh my God. Someone was like, why didn't you just let go?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or like why did you run with the dog and like
But it's only funny because the dog's okay. I wouldn't be laughing if the dog was hurt, but you could
Yes.
very obviously tell that the dog went back on the ground and then was still wagging its tail. Like it was fine. It's just funny that it did one little loop around.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
almost wasn't fine. It was in a collar.
Holy shit.
in
If
a
it,
harness.
if it went around one more time, I mean, who knows?
Who knows? But the dog's fine.
Yeah.
I wish there was sound on that. I know it's kind of fucked up to say, but
Like they're just doing it and the dog goes, ow! I'm like, oh shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Wait, you're right. The sound of this is probably so funny.
yeah.
Let me see, 'cause sometimes people will comment. They'll be like, can you post with sound?
In
No.
a world of boys, he's a gentleman.
No, that was the last video she posted.
Fuck.
It got 14 million views.
That's definitely why they stopped. I think there would have been way more spins. I think there would have been way more spins.
The
they
dog
definitely,
was stopping.
They definitely heard a like a 360 like ASMR like. They were like, oh shit, we should call it.
God. All
The
right.
fact that
There's
he
no
didn't
follow-up.
drop her though, like if that happened to me, I would have like if this was a me and you situation.
Just gotten so frazzled.
yeah, I would have been like, oh shit, and just like
Dropped
you.
everything.
Yeah,
He's a mensch.
Another mention of the week, I guess.
Yeah.
but
haven't
like,
said
is it
mensch
Not
in
according to
so
the
long.
dog.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is he a mensch because he could have? It's a dog.
I mean, it's similar to the
That's the dog's
Justin
panty riser
Bieber
of the week.
Maria situation of it all. You know, there is a mensch in one way. If you look at it another way, he might not be a mensch, but mensch nonetheless, in my book. And I stand by that.
That's all I have to say on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies. Bray, it's been
Yeah.
a pleasure.
Thank you guys so much. It's
You're
been an
welcome
honor.
back anytime.
Oh,
You always are
yes.
welcome back.
I feel like I've been doing this my whole life. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you're a natural.
It
yeah.
kind of comes natural. I think you have to move here.
Yeah.
I think I do.
We are looking for a 5th member.
I'm just
Mhm.
saying.
Put it in the comments below if you want to see Bree again.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell notification to be notified every time we post. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, be sure to rate us 5 stars. We'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week.
Mwah!
Love you.
Mwah.
Bye.